This was an easy location to get to for pickup. Driver was on time. Van held about 14 people and air conditioning not the greatest in back of van. Took about an hour to get to the rainforest. Loved our driver who did the hike with us. Hike was over a cement path with some rocks in it so as not to erode with landslides. I was glad I had my hiking shoes. Path heads up on an incline, up about 594 feet and took us 39 minutes to the top of Britain Tower and about 30 minutes down. We climbed another tower which was 96 steps before the hike and saw a waterfall after the hike. Guide also allowed some time to jump in the river afterwards for those who wanted to cool off or one could relax on rocks. Great day and loved the guide who pointed out some birds, plants, and flowers on the hike and the noise of the coqui toad. Our driver March 21st for the 12:30 tour made this hike. He was great but I forgot his name. I would say you need to be in shape for this hike since always going up. Encountered people coming down where you had to move over for passing sometimes onto a muddy surface. Enjoyed this hike. Hilarious guide, Eli. Honestly the best I ever had. He could rock it at Comedy Cellar. One suggestion, for the itinerary, drop visitors off on the road that cuts the trail to Mount Britain. So they only need to climb up the second half and can go up the tower. While they're doing that, drive down to the car park at the bottom of the trail and meet them down there. So they can walk down, rather than up, that path. Because no one on my tour made it to the top. I was the farthest ahead but I stopped at the road that cut the trail, not realizing that there was a second half until I looked at the map afterwards. Everyone else was huffing and puffing, so save them the effort by dropping them off at that midsection. Eli was an excellent tour guide, would highly recommend. The trip was a very approachable way to see El Yunque with knowledge from a local. Eli is passionate about Puerto Rico and clearly knows the area and history well. The hike felt very doable and offered a nice immersion into Yunque. I only wish we had more time to take in the forest. Of note, the drive to the forest is in a full 15-passenger van. This can be a snug and occasionally uncomfortable experience for the drive to and from the stop points, particularly in the back row. The driver, forgot his name but he used to be a social worker, was phenomenal. He gave us such good PR history during the long car ride. He was also hilarious which made things even more fun. Highly recommend his. The tour itself for the forest was a stop and see once you enter the forest. The second to last stop was a very small hike. If you're looking for something light and easy, this is it. If you're looking for a real hike, this isn't it. So fun. Had an amazing experience with Eli as our tour guide. He was so fun and knowledgeable. It was awesome hearing about the history of the rainforest and Puerto Rico too. The tour was the perfect length, nothing too strenuous and felt like we got to see a lot without being rushed. Be warned, they did not provide water, but we had plenty with our personal bottles we had brought. This was such a great experience. Eli was a great tour guide. He gave us such interesting information on the drive out to the rainforest. I felt safe with his driving. On the walking portion he did a good job explaining our boundaries and things we would see and experience on this trip. I highly recommend this experience. I hope you have Eli as your guide. He was awesome. Eli was a great tour guide. We had contemplated renting a car to visit the forest ourselves, and taking a tour was a much better idea. We appreciated the hiking-focused tour and enjoyed the whole thing. The hike is steep but only about a mile each way. The trail can be slippery, it's the rainforest, so wear appropriate shoes.